My name is Anna, and I used to date this guy named Jack. We met on a dating app and things seemed to be going great until Jack started to become possessive and controlling. I broke things off with him and thought that would be the end of it. But on Valentine's Day, my nightmare began. I started receiving flowers, chocolates, and love letters at my doorstep, all anonymous. I didn't think much of it at first, but as the gifts became more frequent and started to get more personal, I began to feel uneasy. I was being stalked, and I knew it. I tried to ignore it and go on with my life, but the gifts just kept coming. They became more and more disturbing, like a teddy bear with a knife stuck in it and a note saying, "I'll always be watching." I was scared, and I didn't know what to do. I went to the police, but they couldn't do much without any solid evidence. I changed my phone number and started to avoid going out, but the gifts continued to arrive. I felt like I was living in fear, and it was ruining my life. One day, I finally got the courage to open one of the letters. It was from Jack, and he wrote about how much he missed me and how he couldn't live without me. I felt sick to my stomach. All of this time, it had been him. He had been stalking me and sending me these creepy gifts. I went to the police again with the letter, and they finally took me seriously. They arrested Jack, and I was finally able to breathe again. It was a long and difficult road, but I finally felt free. Valentine's Day used to be my favorite holiday, but now it's just a reminder of the fear and stalking I went through. I'm grateful that it's all over, but I'll never forget what I went through. I hope my story can help others who are going through something similar. If you're being stalked, don't be afraid to reach out for help. There is always someone who will listen and support you. After Jack was arrested, I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I was finally able to live my life again, free from fear and paranoia. But the process was far from over. I still had to go through a trial and face Jack in court. It was a nerve-wracking experience, but I knew I had to do it to get closure and justice. The trial was long and grueling. Jack tried to play it off like it was all a joke and that he never intended to hurt me, but the evidence against him was overwhelming. The judge ultimately found him guilty, and he was sentenced to several years in prison. Even though Jack was behind bars, I still struggled with the aftermath of what had happened. I had nightmares and panic attacks, and I felt like I was constantly looking over my shoulder. But with the support of my friends and family, I was able to slowly heal and move on with my life. It's been a few years now, and I've finally found peace. I've started a new relationship, and I'm happier than I've ever been. I still think about what happened from time to time, but I've learned to let it go and not let it define me. I'm grateful for the support I received, and I hope that my story can help others who are going through something similar. I learned that it's never too late to seek help and that there is always someone who will listen. If you're being stalked or in an abusive relationship, don't be afraid to reach out. You deserve to be happy and safe.